A few years ago, I was fat, I was ugly, and I had no desire to live. Worst of all, my opinions were heavily influenced by others around me. Now, if you're interested in self-improvement videos, which you obviously are because you clicked on this one, hit the subscribe button and share with someone who you might think would find this content useful. Without further ado, let's get into it, Kings. Complete failure is not an option. That's the first thing you have to realize when you're working to escape the rat race. Complete failure is not an option. The reason why it's not an option is because you'll fall back into the thing that you hate the most, which is the rat race. And if you don't know what the rat race is, you can look it up or whatever. But it's essentially the idea that, you work, you go home, you retire at a late age, like 65, 70, 75 years old, and you work your ass off to, in the end, have pretty much nothing. Now, the reason why I want to stress that complete failure is not an option is because, like I just mentioned, you're going to fall into the same thing that you've been trying to escape, that we're all trying to escape, as this self-improvement movement of men that are trying to better themselves. This is something that we're trying to get ourselves out of. Alright? Complete failure is not an option. Now, don't not try if you can't do something. Don't look at something and think, I can't do that. Don't think of, alright, let's say you have this big goal, this big dream of making $10 million in the next 5 years. Don't think, oh, that's too big. No, I can't do that. I'm too this to do that. Oh, I can't do that. Don't think like that. Don't ever think like that. If something is too hard, a man shouldn't think, I can't do that. You should think to find a workaround. If you're constantly looking for workarounds or ways to solve problems that you have, or ways to do things that otherwise others would view as being impossible, is you have to find workarounds. Things that'll make it possible. Everything is possible, you just have to be smart enough. You have to plan strategically in order to do what you want to do. And the next point I want to make in escaping this rat race is make your life hard and implement significant risks. If the risks are too low, then you're not going to end up doing something, are you? If your goal is to escape the matrix, right, you should implement significant risks. Either you make your own business, you work up, you build it up, you get employees, you expand, or you're homeless. That's what I'm doing. And look, it's working out pretty well so far. That's the significant risk that I hold to myself. There's no other option for me, and you should hold that for yourself when you're looking to, when you really want to do something. It's either this or nothing. That's what life is. It's either you're successful or you're not. There's no in between. There's no, oh, I'm kind of successful, guys. I'm a little bit successful. No, you're either successful or you're not. It is what it is. And you also want to envision your life. Like, what would your life look like if you stayed in this rat race? If you let others influence you? If you let ideas come into your head and fester in your mind, what would your life look like? It'd be shit. You'd be living in a 1-bedroom apartment with a woman who you don't really love or even find attractive for that matter, with no motivation in life, no desire to do anything. That's how your life is going to be if you don't get on self-improvement right now and you don't fix your issues right now. But now envision what your life would be like if you don't let others influence you. If you actually start to think for yourself. if you actually start to think more logically, like using logic, using rationality over your emotions, your life would be way better. You'd be the top percent. What's this channel called? This channel is called Top Percent. It's to help people like you reach that top percent of men who you see driving fast cars, spending money, you know. You clicked on this video because you want to do that. Envision how your life would be if you escape the rat race. And now envision how it would be if you don't. Be sad, depressed, fat. Come on, man. Also, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend your most time with. I've mentioned this before. If you spend time with people whose motivation or goals or I'm just trying to think of the right word, or whose opinions don't align with your own, then what's that gonna do? That's gonna change your mind. It's gonna put bad ideas into your mind, like, oh, well, maybe a mediocre life isn't that bad. When really, you've joined this channel. Even by watching this video, you've already joined this channel. If you've clicked on this video, you're most likely on self-improvement. So even though you're on self-improvement and you're trying to better yourself and you're trying to escape this shitty life of yours, if you hang out with people who are in this shitty life and have no desire to escape, who are comfortable with living a mediocre life, then what's that going to do to you? It's going to fester ideas into your mind. And it's going to make you live a shit life, to be honest, bro. Is that what you want? No. But if you hang out with people whose goals, whose opinions, whose ideas you relate to, then that's only going to motivate you even more. Imagine a man who hangs around with shitty people who aren't on self-improvement. Is he going to be on self-improvement for long? Of course not, bro. But if he hangs out with people who are like him, who are on self-improvement, constantly working to better themselves, he's going to end up successful. Like how I'm going to be. Like how you're going to be if you keep on watching videos like these and you keep on implementing our ideas. I say our, talking for all self-improvement YouTubers. If you implement our ideas and you form them into your own and you implement them in day-to-day life, you're going to be successful. But you need friends who are also on that kind of journey to do that, you know. Anyway, that's about it for today's video. Like, subscribe, as always. Email for one-on-one coaching. Email me now if you want one-on-one coaching, which I would strongly suggest if you clicked on this video and made it all the way through. But without further ado, stay safe, kings. I'll see you in the next video.